Can you first say and spell your first and last name?
Matthew Abshire, and Matthew Abshire.
So from the beginning, what happened? What did you hear? What happened?
It's about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. I heard 2 gunshots in my living room, so I ran across my house to the kitchen, and then looked down, and there was a man holding an AR-15 in one hand and a silver revolver in the other hand, and guy riding the bike, he got shot in the head or somewhere that was fatal because he wasn't moving. He just collapsed on the bike. And then the man was walking, he looked up at me, but I couldn't see because of my screen in my kitchen, thank God. And then he came right here. I didn't know where he went for a while. I lost him in my windows. So I waited a little bit, came out the door, and he was about 20 yards down the street heading that way, left. And so I pursued him, and I was trying to call the cops for the past 30 seconds, and they're still putting me on hold and whatever, and I'm just like, this is just nuts. So I just kept following him, and we got probably about a quarter mile down the street. He turned around to look and see if anyone was behind him, I guess, and so I jumped in the porch, and he didn't see me. And I got back out, and we kept going, and I kept following on the phone. The cops finally answered. That's like a minute and something, 10 seconds on the phone. Then he stopped, turned his left, and fired 2 more shots. I looked to the left after I passed the house, and there was a lady on the bench smoking a cigarette, it looked like. He got shot in the chest, and leaned over, bleeding. Felt her pulse. She wasn't breathing, but apparently she was. So that all happened. I took my shirt off, started applying pressure to her wound. Then I looked to my right on the ground. There's no lady that must have just opened the door and got shot in the jaw or in the face, and she was DOA. I got told after. And then so I left them to go pursue him again. And when I was pursuing him, the cops came and intervened, and they had a big old gun battle. I heard some windows get shattered and stuff. And apparently he got wounded at Wendy's parking lot. Then I came back, and I started caring for the lady's wounds, and she got carried off with the ambulance, and I don't know if she's made it, if she's not made it. God willing, she did. I'm not too very sure. And now I'm just getting questioned by you and by everyone else.
Where did you end up stopping?
Probably about a half mile down, maybe 3/4 mile down this road. They had like a Wendy's, the Palmer High School, and all that stuff right there. So that's how close we were, pretty much.
What did the guy look like?
He was wearing a green jacket, black jeans, or just regular jeans. I didn't get too good of a look. 5'8", 5'10", curly black hair, kind of dark, maybe Hispanic looking, or maybe just darker looking. Other than that, I really didn't get too good a look except of his back when he was running that way. Or, I'm sorry, walking. That's kind of the creepy part. He was just walking normally, casually. Like, he was ready for whatever was coming. He knew what he was doing.
Did he say anything, make any noise?
I didn't hear him say anything. I didn't hear anything except the gunshots, pretty much. And I heard, I think, 6 total gunshots from him, maybe 8. Then they started firing 10 to 15 gunshots back and forth at the Wendy's.
What made you, first, how did you know even what kind of weapon he's holding?
I'm recent military, so I kind of know somewhat about that stuff. And I looked out the window and I just saw a rifle and an AR-15, to my opinion. And then he had a 44, a 357 mag in his other hand. I don't know, I just had an instinct to
How did you actually, though, get out and chase after him?
I just didn't want him to get away without having some consequences whatsoever. That's why I was staying far back to where if he did shoot at me, I could have cover, and it'd be a harder shot for him to do than just point blank. It's just, I don't know, it's just an instinct thing. It's just fight or flight, and I fought in that moment. So I chased him. I just wanted justice, and apparently I got it, hopefully.
You're so calm right now, and you can talk about it.
I know, it's, everyone keeps asking me if I'm all right. Yeah, it hit me hard. I guess I just kind of deal with things other ways than other people do. I'm not really all that shook up about it. For some reason, I guess I'm still in shock is what the big thing is, in my opinion. I'm sure tonight, when I go to sleep, or I'll still see the lady's image in my eyes, or something wild in that extent.
This neighborhood, what do you think? Has this ever anything you've ever encountered?
No, this is the most dramatic or traumatic would be, I guess, say the experience I've ever had in my life. I've only been here for 7 months, and I'm actually moving out today. That's the best part. And I've never seen anything like this, never heard anything like this, never. I mean, I've been around guns my whole life, but I've never seen someone get shot. I was literally holding the lady's head in my arms and, putting pressure on her and, trying to tell her she'd be all right and get her attention. And it's just very sad. And prayers go out to all the victims' families, that's for sure.
So what's the first thing that got your attention? Noise?
The gunfire, yes, ma'am. The 2 gunshots, they were pretty loud. I heard them right off the bat and ran to the window. I was actually on the phone with a friend, and I said, hey, there's some gunshots going on. Let me call you back. And we hung up. Then come to find out, there's a whole, who knows what to call it, a catastrophe. I don't know. I don't even know.
This house over here said something about a fire, or?
Yes, ma'am. Apparently, he attempted to start a house fire in one of the houses, the shooter.
Who told you that?
Well, they had smoke coming from the house. The fire truck was on scene, so I saw that. Then I had a few cops also tell me that. So it was just, I'm just trying to put it all together. I'm still trying to figure out what happened. I think that he was living there, got enough argument, came out the house, started shooting people, or something like that in that area. But I don't know. It's just a horrible, horrible event.
Ever seen anyone living in that house?
Not that I really don't pay attention to them too much, but all my neighbors keep telling me that there's always stuff going on, drama. There's cops there. There's always some sort of events or bad stuff or going on. So apparently this is not a long time coming. I don't want to say, but it shouldn't happen like this. It's just kind of wrong and cruel. What kind of person does this? Who knows?
Does it seem like he was just randomly shooting people?
Yeah, he was. Like I'm talking. He was walking. He stopped, saw the lady smoking a cigarette, and just fired. Kept walking. He wasn't too worried about getting shot back or the consequences. He wasn't running. He wasn't looking behind his shoulder for that one time. It's just I don't know. The state of mind he must have been in. He must have been just had his mindset and. Yeah, it's a very sad thing that happened today on this Halloween. Very sad thing.